Thank you guys for taking a minute to honor the life of George Floyd. George was a father, a brother, and a son. And his life, like every life, held meaning. His death exposed the holes that are still in our justice and criminal institutions today. And his 5-year anniversary reminds us that we must continue the fight against criminal, racial, and social injustices. We cannot stay silent. Every life deserves respect and dignity. Thank you.
By Autumn Johnson.
BG, right now you have 10 points, 5 rebounds. We see the Atlanta Dream as being very... Right now she's talking to the refs about holding. We're going to send it back to you guys.
Very important questions.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got to talk about some devastating news for the woke WNBA, because we're about to find out if what the woke fans say is true in regards to how the recent success of the WNBA doesn't just have to do with Caitlin Clark. It's also the other players as well too, right? The other black lesbians, they're also responsible for why the WNBA has seen a boost in attendance, a boost in viewership, a boost in ticket sales, a boost in merchandise sales. We're about to find out, okay? Because Caitlin Clark is set to miss at least 2 weeks with a quad injury, the team says, okay? Now, I want to talk a little bit more about this because, again, like I said, this is going to be a very fascinating experiment over the next 2 weeks. But who knows? You know, some people, like, for example, the woke revolutionaries, they may be celebrating this because, according to them, Caitlin Clark is dangerous, right? She's dangerous for black women. So who knows?
Caitlin Clark is an endangerment to all black female athletes. It is 2025, and you cannot be scared to call out racism, especially when people are doing it in your name. We don't have to explain the concept of the Great White Hope. There are plenty of people that explain it, but specifically when it comes to sports. This is beyond whatever fan base she had in college. These are not even fans. These are people who see her as someone that can take down a black woman. That black woman being Angel Reese. Her constantly saying she wants to drown out the noise is not going to work anymore, especially when you are part of a league whose brand is being a footer for social justice. The W has been very vocal about social justice issues for years. Hell, in 2020, you had the league back Raphael Warnock, my senator, to get Kelly Lockyer not only off as a team owner of the Dream, but out of office. She was trying to run for Senate. And if she does not cut out this racism directly, more black women are going to be in danger. Not just Angel, not just black women on Chicago Sky, all black women, including her black ass teammates. And if she continues to not only let these people use her as a Great White Hope, but also for the W to use this rivalry, in quotations, as marketing, further is endangering the lives of the black and queer women in this league. Lastly, for the men that either want to switch up and be on the Protect Angel Reese, train after all the seasons of you just boosting Caitlin Clark, and to the men that basically want to jump on the Caitlin Clark support train, i.e. CGR, whatever your name is, LeBron, we ain't gonna forget. Your karma's coming. The ancestors will deal with you.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that, okay? With that woke logic, again, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these woke black lesbian women are celebrating Caitlin Clark being out for a couple weeks, but I really don't think they should celebrate too much because I believe that over the next few weeks, we're going to find out who exactly is responsible for the increased popularity of the WNBA. And I guarantee you they'll probably boo-hoo, whine, and cry racism when the evidence comes back that, hey, Caitlin Clark is definitely responsible for the boost in popularity of the league. So I want to talk about this, but first I want to read a little bit about Caitlin Clark's injury and go from there. Caitlin Clark will miss at least 2 weeks of action after she suffered a quad injury, the Indiana Fever announced on Monday. It is unclear when she suffered the injury. She has played each of the Fever's 4 games to start the season, and Indiana has gone 2-2 to begin the year. Quote, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark has suffered a left quadricep strain and will be out a minimum of 2 weeks, the team said. Further updates will be provided as available following reevaluation. Clark will miss a huge stretch of games for the Fever, beginning with Wednesday's matchup on the road against the Washington Mystics It is the first of 2 matchups against Washington. She will also miss games against the Connecticut Sun and the Chicago Sky as well. If all goes well, Clark will be able to return on the road against the Atlanta Dream on June 10th. Yeah, so this Chicago Sky game is the game to watch, right, in regards to the attendance, the statistics, because that is the team that Angel Reese plays for, right? So we're going to see, okay, how many people show up, right, what ratings are like for that game without Caitlin Clark, okay? And also we're going to see how much drama they have, right? I guarantee you the drama of the WNBA is going to be quiet, right? It's going to be silent. All of a sudden, there's not going to be that much drama anymore, right? Because the black lesbians aren't going to have anybody to complain about. Clark has been the focal point of the Fever's offense since she joined the WNBA. She won the Rookie of the Year award last season and earned MVP votes. This season, she's picked up where she left off. Clark is averaging 19 points, 9.3 assists, and 6 rebounds in the first 4 games of the 2025 season. She has had a double-double in all but one of those matchups. She recorded a triple-double in a season-opening win over Chicago. Yeah, so again, remember, Angel Reese claimed that people watching WNBA, not just because of one person, but because of her too, right? This is what she claimed.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Yeah, we're about to find out, right? And here's the thing. I made a video the other day about this, okay, about the WNBA, and I said, they better hope Caitlin Clark doesn't get injured. They better hope she doesn't get injured because, again, we're going to find out, right? We're going to find out if what Angel Reese said is true, right? Why are people watching the WNBA? And I really do not think that it is Angel Reese or the other players.
So Reese spinning, couldn't pop it in, the old board, no. Another chance stripped away by Clark.
These statistics from last year are insane, right? I mean, you talking about 1,193% increase in jersey sales, 264.6% increase in ticket sales and total attendance, 38 games broadcasted on national television, 10 times increase in fan interactions on the WNBA app, the team website, 1.3 million followers gained, 225% increase in corporate sponsorships, 740% increase in draft beer sold, largest number of team sponsorships in the WNBA, 4 times set the single game team store sales record, 800 million social media views. Yeah, these numbers are just absolutely ridiculous, right? Absolutely ridiculous, okay? So, again, you know, when you look at the Caitlin Clark effect, it is continue into 2025, okay? She is still leading the WNBA, right? She's still carrying the WNBA. Let's read here. The Indiana Fever and the WNBA knew the arrival of Caitlin Clark would have a massive effect on both the leagues and the team's popularity. It's why 36 of 40 games on Indiana's schedule in 2024 were nationally televised, and 40 of 44 games in 2025 are on national TV. It also led to skyrocketing attendance. In 2023, the Fever had the second lowest average home attendance in the WNBA at 4,670 tickets per game, according to BeyondWomenSports.com. While it marked a significant improvement over Fever attendance in 2022, it was still one of the least popular WNBA teams. All that changed upon Clark's arrival. Since Clark was drafted by Indiana with the first overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, ticket sales for the WNBA increased by 93%. Other WNBA teams had started relocating their home games against the Fever to bigger arenas. Meanwhile, Indiana saw record-setting ticket sales and massive interest in attendance at the Gainesbridge Fieldhouse, which has a seating capacity of 18,000. Yeah, so as you can see here, okay, when you look at the Fever attendance in 2024, right, compared to the rest of the WNBA, is not even close, right? Angel Reese's team is all here at the bottom. Okay, Indiana Fever, 17,000 per game. Chicago Sky, 8,000 per game, right? But according to Angel Reese, people want to watch her miss layups, okay? Get home rebounds, okay? They want to watch that too, right? According to her. So when you look at the NBA and MLB teams, their attendance, right, versus the WNBA, not the whole league, but specifically the Indiana Fever, yeah, they're competing with the NBA and the MLB, right? You talk about just the Indiana Fever. So again, this is insane, right? Absolutely insane, the statistics here. So again, we're going to see, right? We're going to see what happens now that Caitlin Clark is out for 2 weeks, okay? Are ratings going to drop? Is attendance going to drop? Is anybody going to show up to the Chicago Sky game with the Indiana Fever, right? Are fans going to continue to support the WNBA without Caitlin Clark over the next 2 weeks? My guess is that we're going to see a significant drop, okay, in viewership. We're going to see a significant drop in sales. We're going to see a significant drop in attendance, in the ratings, in merchandise, sales, whatever you want to call it, whatever the statistic is. We're going to see a significant drop, okay? And I guarantee you it won't be reported on by the mainstream liberal media. The reason why is because they'll say that's racist, right? Facts are racist, okay? The statistics showing that the WNBA is, in fact, dependent on Caitlin Clark and that nobody will watch the league without Caitlin Clark. That is racist, okay? This is why, again, you won't hear about it from ESPN. You won't hear about it in the woke sports media because if they report on it, right, if they report facts, okay, these lesbian black women are going to be upset. They're going to be losing their minds. So I'm just saying, this is going to be an interesting experiment because like I told you guys just the other day, I said, WNBA, they better hope Caitlin Clark doesn't get hurt, okay? Because if she gets hurt, the drama's going to go away. People aren't going to watch the league anymore, right? And yeah, they're going to find out the hard way that the black lesbians are not the reason why the WNBA is gaining popularity, right? They're going to have to find some other white girl to pick on, right? That's what they're going to have to do. So I'm just saying, the next couple of weeks are going to be fascinating, absolutely fascinating to see what happens, right? We're going to see if anybody shows up to these games. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.